We've got the fantasy football matchups for you to exploit and avoid in Week 6. And Arthur, we start with the quarterback position. Eli Manning struggled a little bit early on with interceptions, but he's been on fire lately.
Oh yeah, he's certainly hit his stride the last 3 games, averaging over 330 passing yards and 3 touchdowns each week. He's really on fire. He's been able to move it around. Victor Cruz has obviously come into his own. Mario Manningham's starting to play better. Has a Buffalo defense this week that's making timely plays but giving up chunks of yardage. Manning's a good play.
Yeah, they forced a lot of turnovers in Buffalo but are giving up yards. Ryan Terrain against the Eagles, it seems like Hightower's out now and he's the guy in Washington.
I think so. You know Mike Shanahan's always going to ride the hot hand. Ryan Terrain was scorching last week, 135 rushing yards and a touchdown. Philadelphia defense doesn't want to tackle anyone, surrendering over 200 yards to the running back position and a touchdown and a half each week. You got to have Ryan Terrain in the lineup this week.
That Eagles defense has been really bad. David Nelson against the Giants. We know Bills receiver, it seems like, comes up every week. It's going to be him this week?
We'll see. He obviously cooled off after a really hot start, but the Giants secondary hasn't been doing a whole lot. This could be the week where Nelson is able to get it going again for the Bills.
Now on the flip side of things, the guys to avoid, a huge name, our running back, Arian Foster.
We don't actually expect our viewers to avoid putting Foster in the lineup, but we do expect them to avoid having huge expectations. Goes up against the Baltimore defense, shutting down the running back position, less than 90 all-purpose yards from scrimmage. Arian Foster obviously going to be a start, but you have to temper your expectations.
Yeah, I'm not putting him on my bench, that's for sure. And Hines Ward, he had kind of a breakout game, if you can call it a breakout game for a guy that's been around as long as Hines Ward, but he struggled early in the season. 2 touchdowns last week. We don't see it happening again.
No, we don't. He's going up against a Jaguars defense that's so improved in the secondary, holding the wide receiver position to 110 yards and a touchdown for the whole position each week. Hines Ward, consummate pro, but I'm not sure you're going to get that kind of production out of him every week. May want to avoid him.
And so many options, too, for Ben Roethlisberger there. I don't know that it's going to be Ward again this week. That's a look at our Exploit and Avoid segment for this week. For the best fantasy football information, check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.